Hello everyone and good morning to all of you. My name is Jahangir and I welcome you all in my class. Today my topic is gravitation, where we will discuss the Newton's law of gravitation. So without wasting any time, let us start the today's topic. All of us are aware that all the material objects are attracted towards the earth. For example, a body thrown up falls towards the earth. The raindrops from the clouds in the sky fall towards the earth. Galileo was the first person to recognize the fact that the material bodies, irrespective of their masses, fall towards the earth with the constant acceleration. During the time of Galileo, a noble man, Tycho Brahe, spent his entire life in recording the motion of the planets. Later on, his data was analyzed by Kepler and he formulated his famous three laws known as Kepler's laws of planetary motion. Knowing these three laws of planetary motion, Isaac Newton postulated or formulated his famous law of gravitation known as universal law of gravitation. So first of all, we will discuss what is gravitation. Gravitation is the name given to the force of attraction between any two material bodies in the universe. So gravitation is a force of attraction between any two bodies having mass. And if one of the body is earth, it is called gravity. Now, few points which we should remember, which is must be, you have to remember these things. That is, first thing about the gravitation. First thing is that the gravitation force is the only force which is attractive in nature because it depends upon the mass. And mass doesn't come in any flavor. Like charges, we have two types. Like poles, we have two types, north and south. So these kind of forces are both attractive as well as repulsive. But gravitation force, as it depends upon the mass, it is only attractive in nature. So second thing, it is a central force. Central force means the force acts from the center of one body towards the center of the another body. So it's a central force. One more point, that the gravitational force, it doesn't depend upon the medium. If we find the force between the two objects and we place the air in between the two objects and we calculated the force of gravitation, and later on if we place the same two objects in any medium like water and we will calculate the force of gravitation between the two, the force will remain the same. So the gravitation force does not depend upon the medium. And one more thing is the weakest force among the all fundamental forces in nature. But this is the only force which is binding all the celestial objects in their orbits. Now, this was about the gravitation and few important points about the gravitation. Now, there is a famous law called the universal law of gravitation, and which is given by the Isaac Newton, and the statement goes like this. Every object in this universe attracts every other object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. Now, we will see the mathematical form of the Newton's law of gravitation, and we will try to understand what actually he defined in his law. So, for this, we will consider two objects A and B having mass m1 and m2, and they are separated by a small distance r. Now, according to Newton's law of gravitation, the force of gravitation is directly proportional to the product of their masses, that is m1 and m2. This is a sign of proportionality. And directly proportional means if we will increase one quantity, the other quantity will also increase. And if we will decrease the one quantity, the other quantity will exactly decrease. That means if the product of the masses will be large, the gravitational force between them is large. But if it will be small, then the gravitational force will be small. That is a directly sign of proportionality. Now, on the second thing, he told us that the force of gravitation is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. This inversely sign means if we will increase the one quantity, the other quantity will decrease. For example, if we will increase the separation between the two objects, the force between them will decrease. So, from the Newton's law of gravitation, the force of gravitation is directly proportional to the product of their masses and is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. Now, on combining the equation first and second, what we will get that force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and is inversely proportional to the square of their distance. Now, what we can write, whenever in physics, we change the sign, this is called the sign of proportionality. We change the sign of proportionality into the sign of equality. We got a constant, and here the constant which we are using is called the universal gravitation constant. So our final relation will be F will be equal to G m1 m2 upon R square, where G is called the universal gravitation constant. Now, the value of universal gravitation constant is equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. This is the unit of G. So, this was the Newton's law of gravitation, where he told us that if the product of the masses is large, then the force of attraction between them is large, and if this force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. I hope you all enjoyed the class and you learned something new. Thank you. Thanks for your time.